Hey guys, so we've spent the last few days wrapping this car and it's just sort of been after work here and there. Shane did an awesome job of cutting out all the vinyl and stickers for the car, and we proceeded to do our best job at botching up the job of applying it. Shane was away for the weekend, so he wasn't able to whack it on the car for us, and we needed it whilst he was away. So we got it onto the car, and this is our GTI. As you can see, she's looking pretty good. I'd like to do something with the side number to sort of bring it in, make it a little bit more sort of stylish. So we've got a bit of a tidbit for Shane, given that we did a bit of a dodgy job applying it. Shane cut but didn't apply this. We've got our battery triangle, we've got our bonnet stripes. This car we have basically got a name for. We're going to call her 10-foot Tessie, because it's going to look pretty good from further away, but as you sort of get up close, there's a few imperfections, like the bargain that I got on the front end. As you can see here, wasn't all that much of a bargain, as the paint appears to have merely been a suggestion. We've got my name on the window, as every good race car should. As you can see, toe stickers on the back, number on the windscreen and back as well. Our normal race team is called MWM Racing. We also do motorsport radios, and basically Stage 1 Garage is me trying to show people how easy it can be to get into motorsport on a reasonable budget. So that's why that sticker's rolling on the front of the car. Now, next clip you'll see is we'll be out at the Bathurst Flying Fifth. So we're out here this morning at Bathurst. We're just about to go through scrutineering with the car. This will be the first scrutineering session that this car's done. So hopefully she all goes through. I think we've hit all of the high points, but invariably there's something that we've missed. You can dot your I's, cross your T's, but usually there is always something. So fingers crossed, we'll see how we go, but it's looking good with the new livery on it. So yeah, hopefully not only does she look good, she goes pretty well, considering it's just effectively a bone stock Golf. So first run's done. The car didn't fall apart, so that's a good start. So we're still all together. Nothing has fallen off, vibrating, doing anything weird. So it looks like our prep was probably beneficial, which is great. Still looking good. We shall see how we continue on for the rest of the day. There's a few things I've picked up on already that I want to improve before we next use the car. So we'll run through that in the post-event recap. So after our first run, we still had the space saver in the car. So I thought for a little bit of reduced weight savings, given it's a straight line run, it'll probably make absolutely zero difference, but we may as well do it anyway. I've got the seats down. That's a good little tip to keep your centre of gravity nice and low if you're on a track day or an event. Other option is to just remove them entirely. As you can see at the Flying Fifth, there's a wide variety of cars that are attending, from weekend toys to full-blown race cars, rally cars, everyday daily drivers as well, open-wheeled cars, so it keeps it entertaining. I'm just hanging out at the top of the mountain waiting for our last run of the day in the Flying Fifth. We need to find 1 kilometre an hour, and hopefully we should get a reasonable result out of this weekend. We'll see how we go. Now, looking through our results, you can see the first run we ended up with 174.33 kilometres per hour, and it took us 4.13 seconds to go through the trap that they set up. And then after run 1 is when we removed the spare tyre, and it looks like it was probably worth a little bit of time with the reduced weight, because it looks as though the car was really, really consistent in each run after that. I mean, we matched our time exactly and speed exactly every single run up until the last one, where I did a few bits and pieces to try and get an extra couple of K an hour because I thought we were a bit closer to the Tirana in our class. But some of the things that I did was I backed the car up just a little bit further to get a bit more of a run up. I also was shutting the car down whilst we were rolling up to the start line to try and keep the IATs down so that we had the best sort of cold air tempers we could whilst using the stock air intake. So evidently that was worth a little bit more time, but not quite enough to get second, but a third in class is a fantastic result for the car's first event. Hey guys, so quite a successful weekend down here at Bathurst Light Car Club in their Flying Fifth. The car performed pretty well faultlessly for the entire day. The speed was pretty damn good for it. I believe we just cracked 175k an hour over the short distance that they give us. So I'm quite happy with that for what is effectively a bone stock Golf. We've got no tune, no intake, no exhaust. We're coming back with a check engine light, but it's just an evap issue, so nothing major, which is great. Just a great weekend out. It's cheap racing, 180 bucks for the day, and you can just come out with whatever you've got and really just enjoy yourself. So I really recommend you check out your local club to see what they've got going on, whether it's something that you might be able to bring your daily drive, or pretty well a weekend car, whatever you want to drive. But just make sure that you're enjoying yourself, because that's what this is all about. It's not necessarily about winning or losing. If you've got a couple of mates, get them together and just come out and have a blast. So there's a few things that we want to sort on the car for the next event, but first let's run through some of the costs of this video. So we ended up putting a livery on the car, and that was 800 bucks from our local sign writer. So again, this is a want, not a need. For you to get out and get involved in motorsport, you don't have to put a livery on the car. You can just run it as is, and if anything, it kind of gives a sleeper look without a livery. Whereas at the moment, I'm looking like a bit of a poser with a fancy livery on a car, but it's bone stock. So our fuel cost to and from the event basically was $85. So that covered the Commodore's fuel for the event. Thankfully, it was only local, so it wasn't a big event. I also topped off the tank in the car, which was also another $85 fill for 98 in the car. Thankfully, it had a little bit in it. It wasn't too bad. So that was 170 bucks for that event to get to and from. For the car itself's fuel, I believe we didn't even crack off a full tank, so we've still got a fair bit for the next event, so we can use that elsewhere. So now, some of the things that we want to change. The steering wheel at the moment is extremely slippery. So before we go to the next event, which is going to be track-based, I want to make sure that whilst we're holding the steering wheel with our gloves, that it isn't going to slip out of our hands. We want to make sure we have good control over the vehicle. Could be something that we just need to give it a clean, or we could spend a couple of bucks on some tennis racket wrap, which has been suggested previously by people. It's not something that I really want to do to a nice stock steering wheel and one that's not damaged, but if you've got any ideas, please drop it down in the comments or shoot me a message. Now, next up, brakes. Realistically, the brakes that are currently in it, we could spend some money on pads for it, but in my experience on this particular platform, I like a slightly bigger caliper and rotor, especially for some of the events that we're planning on doing with this car. We're going to want it anyway, so we're going to be up for 500 bucks for calipers through Facebook Marketplace or eBay, and probably about $200 for braided lines. This is kind of a ballpark figure. It will look more in depth at this when we actually do it, but we're also going to be up for high temp brake fluid as well, so we'll see how that goes. The next one, I'm not real happy with the exhaust note and tone of the car at the moment. Because it's a stock exhaust, it's kind of a given. You don't need to do this, but it would be nice for a track-based car for it to be a little bit louder. So depending on what's around, we could probably pick up a second-hand exhaust for 500 bucks on Marketplace, or 900 bucks if we can pick up a new X-Force. I believe that there's some suppliers with them sub $900 brand new, so that's definitely a very realistic option. I've been shopping around for both options. We may or may not already have something there ready to go, so we'll see what we can do there. So anyway, we'll see you in the next episode. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share with any mates, and we'll see you in the next one.